Well, I've got lots of memories of the music hall and being connected with different things through the years. But the main one I was talking about today was the annual Boys Brigade display, which they did every year in the music hall, all the different companies from Aberdeen. And this happened the night of what we call the Aberdeen Blitz. And when the Germans came in unannounced and there was no time to warn people. So we were in the music hall. My father was connected with one of the Boys Brigade companies, so I was with my mother, my sister and my brother. And it was the usual display, it was lovely. And we were sitting, I can't remember now, roundabout I think, but I do remember people in the balcony. And towards the story, I remember I must have been having a look around. And I saw somebody, Tommy Mitchell, the provost, was there in the front in his usual army uniform that he always wore when he was during the war. And somebody came and spoke to him halfway through, near the end of, or halfway through the programme, and he went out. And I didn't think anything more about it. After the programme, we left, my mother, my brother and my sister, to walk up Union Street. We were going home on our own. My father was taking some of the boys home somewhere else. And we were just out, walking up, and all of a sudden, down Union Street came, and it was turned out to be a German plane firing tracer bullets. I can see them yet, right in front of us. They missed us. And somebody shouted, come in here. So we were down in the depths of one of the bakers, I think it was at that time. And that was all. Well, then we got home eventually, but nobody knew there'd been, hadn't been a near raid warning. And then once we were downstairs, everyone decided they better just get going again. They weren't sure what had happened, so you could just see everything was stopped, and the tram cars and the buses, and then we went up Union Street further, and somebody, there was nothing towards us, another bang or two, and somebody landed up underneath the Majestic. I think it was the Majestic Cinema further up in the depths there. Eventually we got home, and then we discovered next day what it was all about. I must have been about 7 or 8. I don't have memories of any air raid shelters, but underneath the buildings you could shelter there, I assume. And most churches had air raid shelters that you could go to. And they used to come to the door if you had a light showing. Ring the bell, you've got a light showing, because you had blackouts in those days. They used to let you know if there was a light showing out of your house, things like that.